Greetings Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're stepping into the shadows. Because we're about to unleash the incarnation of darkness itself, Tenebris. Now, if you thought Mort was scary, Tenebris takes it even further. This super titan is more than just a powerhouse, he's a battlefield controller, a snowball engine, and a punisher that grows stronger the longer the fight goes on. In other words, if you let Tenebris breathe, the abyss swallows your team whole. So, let's break him down. We'll look at his skills, how they twist the fight in your favor, then move into artifacts, his skin, and finally how all of this ties together into making him one of the most terrifying titans in Hero Wars Alliance. Let's begin with the core of his power, Touch of the Abyss. Tenebris curses the nearest enemy for 5 full seconds. While cursed, that enemy suffers continuous damage every second and, here's the real kicker, they cannot gain energy. That's right, no ultimate charge, no comeback. Just pure lockdown. And if that enemy happens to die under the curse, that's when the abyss truly feeds. 5% of their base attack and health are ripped away and permanently transferred to your Dark Titans. And the biggest slice goes straight to your ally with the highest physical attack. So not only are you burning enemies down, you're also powering your own squad up, permanently. Imagine this, while your opponent's titans are desperately trying to charge their ultimates, Tenebris steps in, shuts the energy flow down, burns their health away, and turns their death into fuel for your army. That's not just control. That's domination. Now, while Touch of the Abyss is draining the life out of your enemies, Tenebris has another trick, Eternal Sacrifice. This ability targets the enemy with the highest energy, rips away 200 of it, and transfers that energy straight to Tenebris. The effect? The enemy's strongest titan is delayed, their timing is broken, and Tenebris gets pushed toward his next curse faster. And that's the beauty of his design. These two abilities don't work separately, they loop. First, he cuts energy with Eternal Sacrifice. Then he drops Touch of the Abyss, locking enemies down and feeding your team. That cycle repeats over and over until the fight isn't even close anymore. With Tenebris on the field, your opponent isn't playing on their terms. They're forced to fight on his, where every second is tilted against them. But raw skills aren't enough. To unlock his true potential, we need to talk about his artifacts. Because here's where things get spicy. Let's start with the weapon, Nephthys' Reaper. Every time Tenebris uses Touch of the Abyss, this artifact triggers, giving the entire Darkness team a massive plus 120,000 physical attack for 9 seconds. And because it activates at 100% reliability, there's no luck involved, every curse doubles as a team-wide buff. So what happens when you combine the burn of Touch of the Abyss with this artifact? You don't just weaken the enemy, you supercharge your own damage dealers at the exact same moment. That's what we call rhythm control. But here's where you have to be careful. If you push this artifact to max level too quickly, you can disrupt Tenebris' timing. His skill might fire later, and in Titan battles, a late curse can mean a lost fight. The smart move. Take Nephthys' Reaper to Absolute Star, but leave it around level 110 to 115. That keeps the buffs strong, while making sure his rhythm stays perfect. With Tenebris, rhythm always beats raw numbers. Now let's slide into the second artifact, Crown of Darkness. This one gives you dual benefits, extra offense and extra defense, both targeted against the core Titan factions. We're talking plus 255,000 extra damage to fire, earth, and water titans, plus 100,500 defense against those same elements. So not only are your Darkness titans hitting harder, they're lasting longer. And that extra survival is crucial, because the longer Tenebris lives, the more touches of the abyss he casts, and the more permanent power your team snowballs. Here's the efficiency tip: max this crown immediately. The sweet spot is around level 120, especially after Verdok release, and more new titans are to come to strength earth, fire and water. Here is where you get excellent returns without breaking the time of Tenebris's ultimate, and constant steal of energy. Push it higher, efficiency is your best weapon. Finally, his third artifact, Attack Seal. And here, Guardians, there's no hesitation. This one gives Tenebris a direct boost of plus 107,400 physical attack and a massive plus 3,450,000 health. These stats are pure power. More attack makes his curses deadlier, more health keeps him alive to cast them again. Unlike the weapon or crown, this artifact brings you health, but more health will delay your ultimate on your Tenebris. The less you pump into this, the better Tenebris performs. So the advice is simple: keep this artifact around 85 to 100, no more. This artifact has physical attack, and you may think why not max it if we win physical. But remember, health slows ultimates, and we can push physical attack on the skin. Now let's shift gears to his skin. Tenebris only has one skin, but it's a monster, the physical attack skin, maxing out at plus 196,800 physical attack. And there's no second guessing this one. Max it, period. Every ability he has, from Touch of the Abyss to Eternal Sacrifice, scales off physical attack. Every artifact synergy gets stronger when his base numbers are higher. And because Darkness Titans snowball the longer they fight, boosting Tenebris's attack just accelerates the avalanche. This skin isn't optional. It's essential. The earlier you max it, the earlier Tenebris becomes the nightmare he was designed to be, and with it max we will only win physical attack on Seal Artifact. This way you keep your Tenebris's on the right point of health to ultimate, without slowing Tenebris ultimate with excessive health. So let's step back and see the whole picture. Tenebris isn't just another Titan you plug into a lineup. He's a control engine and the master of darkness. He shuts down enemy energy. He burns them for massive damage per second. He feeds permanent buffs to your darkness squad. His weapon gives team-wide attack boosts. His crown punishes fire, earth, and water while protecting your own. His seal stacks pure power and survival. And his skin supercharges every single part of his kit. When you bring Tenebris into a fight, you're not just adding damage. You're tilting the battlefield itself. You're breaking enemy timing, denying ultimates, and creating a snowball that your opponent can't stop once it starts rolling. That's what makes him a super titan. That's why he's the incarnation of darkness. So Guardians, the question is, are you ready to wield that power? Because Tenebris isn't here to play fair. He's here to consume, to corrupt, and to win battles by turning the enemy's strength into your greatest weapon. What do you think? Have you tested him yet? Share your experience down in the comments. I want to see how your darkness squads are performing now that Tenebris has entered the fray. And of course, if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Olympus Alliance, and ring the bell so you never miss a strategy that keeps you one step ahead. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.